What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 472nd episode of the Pokemon Podcast. It's super effective. I'm your host, SBJ. With me is Will.
I have a lot to say. I'm going to keep it positive. I love you all. But sometimes you guys don't think through the words that you use. Yes.
Us?
Us?
No, I mean our listeners. Both of you, I hate. I'm sick and tired of both of you. That's a given.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pff, Avi.
I had higher hopes for our listening community.
Why?
I am. You've caused me to stutter. I am so frustrated. Yes,
That's fair.
Is this about Unite?
it's about a lot
Life?
of things. I think Unite is the focus this week
Okay.
because people, yeah.
Greg also here.
I am here, and I have discovered a new candy that I cannot resist. Key lime pie Kit Kats are amazing, and I love them.
Is there a
What?
chocolate component to them?
I mean, that's a Kit Kat.
It's a Kit Kat.
That doesn't mean chocolate.
I don't taste any chocolate in it.
Mm.
It's basically key lime flavor and the Kit Kat parts like the crust. And it's really good. I made a mistake. We found them at Costco, and so I bought the 24 pack at Costco. So I have a giant box in my house, and I am only allowed to eat one a day. Period.
That's like probably
Like
250
one
to 400
Kit Kat.
calories.
Like, are you like breaking it off?
No.
Is it like one
Look,
break?
I'm not a monster. I
He's
will
eating
eat
the four fingers.
I'm eating the four fingers of the Kit Kat, and I break them individually and eat them. Unlike some people I know who just take a big bite across all four. Those are the
that's
true
me.
monsters.
No.
That is awful. That is outrageous. Unacceptable.
They're not a delicacy.
It's no Twix.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're better than Twix because Twix is garbage.
Twix
What do you
is
mean
the only
Twix
candy
is
with the
not
cookie crunch.
garbage? Yes.
Kit Kat has a cookie crunch.
No,
Cookies
no.
have a cookie
Kit
crunch.
Kat is not
There
a
are
cookie
million,
crunch.
There are a million cookie things that are
Kit Kat
cookies
is
that have
a
crunch.
wafer.
Kit
It
Kat
is
is
not
a
a
wafer.
cookie.
Kit Kat is a wafer. 100% correct.
But it crunches like a cookie.
But that's
Wafers
not a
are
cookie
not-
crunch.
cookie.
That's
It
like
says
saying that
got
you're
the cookie crunch. It's got the crunch like a cookie. So do
no.
cookies.
No.
A wafer does not crunch the same way as a cookie.
It's like
How
drinking a
does it
bubbly
differ?
and saying, "Oh, this is the same as drinking a soda." No, the experiences are vastly different.
I mean, the flavors are different. But I tell you, the bubbly that has caffeine, tell me the difference between that and a cola. Apart from the
things
flavor.
that should not exist. Category on Jeopardy. Things that should not exist. Caffeinated bubbly.
Caffeinated
200.
bubbly is one of Brent's favorite things.
Wait, is that a
because-
real thing?
Yes.
Isn't that just soda?
Yes.
Well, no, it's soda without the sweetener until you follow Will Anderson's advice and put sweetener in
Put
it.
sweetener in it. I mean, diet soda has got some sweetener in it, but
Correct.
you can put Truvia in your bubbly.
You could put
Buzz is
pure
hot.
cane sugar in your bubbly if
could.
you want. There's
CNH, pure cane sugar from Hawaii, growing in the sun.
I have issues with Hawaiian sugar.
You have issues, period.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Are we ready for our week's sponsor? I don't know. Do we have the issues sponsor this week?
Speaking of issues, we got some Pokemon news. We got a lot of news this week, so we're gonna focus on the big stuff, and then we'll all forget about the little stuff next week, and then other stuff will come in. Let's start with the IGN article here titled "Pokemon Live Action Series in Development at Netflix."
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Written
I'm
and
into it.
produced by the co-showrunner of Lucifer. I'm not familiar
Big fan of
What?
that show.
How are you not familiar with Lucifer?
because I don't watch TV.
It's
Yeah.
because it got moved. I think it was like on WB or
Yeah.
and it got moved to Netflix and became a Netflix
Yeah.
series.
It did.
So since Steve is not on my Netflix account, I'm certain he doesn't watch Netflix, and therefore hasn't seen it.
But I just don't watch TV. That's the problem.
There's also that.
do watch
which
TV.
which is really funny. It's like I also do not watch TV, and the only programs that I have watched like in the last year are literally Lucifer, The Good Place. I'm noticing a theme here, and also Yu-Gi-Oh, the original cartoon.
I mean, how can you say that you don't watch TV when I have clearly been you and you have the Property Brothers and you say you watch a Seinfeld or a Simpsons episode
True.
every night when you're going to bed? How could you possibly stand there and spit these lies?
I don't think. First off, I put Disenchantment on when I go to bed. It's never Seinfeld.
But you've moved on from
You
The
moved
Simpsons?
on? What?
Yeah, I've moved on from The Simpsons because I don't have a good way to put Simpsons in my room anymore because they put it on Disney Plus and I don't want to pay for that.
Wait, why would The Simpsons be?
It's on Disney Plus. They own it.
It's on Disney Plus because Fox, Disney owns. I don't know.
Okay.
There was probably 2 episodes of Disenchantment that were played last night before I went to bed. I have no clue which episodes they were because I don't actually look at the TV. Mm-hmm. It's just like a nightlight because I'm scared of the dark.
That's what Twitch is for.
No, I don't. That is what I don't want. No. Because then you get engulfed in those conversations because it's live and it's.
Not if you're not paying any attention and don't care what the person is saying, a.k.a. me watching your stream.
I don't want any Twitch garbage in my bedroom when I'm trying to sleep. The last thing I want is for some lo-fi streamer to raid some heavy metal person and all of a sudden I'm having nightmares. That ain't happening.
Yeah, you can't set a timer on Twitch, can you, to turn itself off?
I guess you could set a timer on your TV.
Timer on your TV.
Greg,
You
what
can set
is that?
timers
Do you
on
listen
anything.
to Twitch when you go to bed?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, there's no TVs allowed in the bedroom, period.
Wow. I mean, I'm the same. So what do you do to lull yourself to sleep?
I lie in the bed, close my eyes, and fall asleep.
Wow. I in the past year have become addicted to calm sleep stories.
Oh, I've heard people use that. I can't have somebody talking around
This is the
me.
Twitch problem.
I don't know
In
what
my
it is because
sleep.
I listen to those stories and I'm like, I've got to hear the end. I've got to find out what. And I never
But
get to
there
the
are
end.
people talking in Disenchantment.
Yeah,
you
but I
can't say
already
this
know
is
what they're
Twitch.
going to say.
No,
I
you
can
don't.
just
'Cause you
ignore
just
it.
said you're not paying attention to them. And you
But
don't even
I've
know what
seen
episodes they
Disenchantment
are.
I've seen every episode 50 times, so it's not even if I picked up on a joke and I was like, oh, I know this joke is coming, and chuckle and my one eye open, barely asleep, being that joke's still funny. There's no anticipation because I know what's going to happen if I do look over. I know that's why Simpsons was such a good sleeping mechanism because I've seen them all. I'm pretty sure there's subreddits dedicated to shows that help you sleep, and I think Futurama.
We are not going to the cesspool of advice that is Reddit.
Yeah,
I think
because
I think
also that's a
Futurama is,
violation of the
higher
number one rule
Simpsons.
of no TVs, no screens in the
TVs,
bedroom.
No screens and TVs in the bedroom.
I've never had a problem with the TV in the bedroom. I'm
That's
I'm
what
asleep.
you think. You'd be
I'm
sleeping better without that TV
Right.
in there.
You have no
No,
idea because you've
I've
never
been
done
in
it without.
situations when I have to stay at my brother-in-law's house, and it's we got no TV in that room, and now I'm just listening to the wind when I could be listening to Homer
a different
Simpson.
wind. A wind called Homer.
I have no problem. TV in the bedroom, I'm always asleep within 2 episodes, 2 20-minute episodes.
You know,
Live
no
action
TV in the
Pokemon in the real world.
yeah. I no TV in the bedroom. I'm asleep within 5 minutes. So no 2 episodes for me. Just
I don't know, because Property Brothers, you're asleep in an episode as well.
Yeah, because I'm actively shutting my brain down from being forced to watch this terrible content. I literally will knock myself out. Okay, so back to the thing we were talking about.
According to Variety, Henderson is slated to write and executive produce the live adaptation. He is currently the showrunner of Netflix's popular Lucifer series based on a DC comic. See, this is why I've never seen Lucifer. I don't watch any DC thing. Batman.
Well, but it's not in the
It's
DC
not.
universe as far as
Yes.
I recall.
It's not. I mean, in the comics it is, but it's not in this TV.
Reports say the series is aiming to replicate Detective Pikachu, a 2019 live-action Pokemon movie starring Ryan Reynolds and Justin Smith. However, the Netflix series will be its own independent production. Henderson, also known for Almost Human, has been serving as Lucifer's co-showrunner since 2016 when the series when it was picked up by Netflix. Now it's one of the more popular revivals Netflix has acquired from cable TV. Netflix is currently home to several existing Pokemon anime seasons, and its interest to develop a live-action series stems from the anime success on the streaming platform, alongside acquiring more anime originals. Netflix is currently working to adapt several anime into live-action shows, including Cowboy Bebop and One Piece. The Pokemon live-action series is
no human
reportedly...
will live long enough to be in a live-action One Piece.
One Piece. I mean, they are setting themselves up for 17 years of paying these actors. It's never going to happen.
The live-action series is very early in development, so there are neither plot details nor casting places in plans currently. So
Pikachu, he's a detective. Plot done. Number one
They
done.
don't need
Here's the
to-
question. Are they going to do murder?
no.
You don't know that, do you?
There will be no murder.
You don't know?
There will be no murder. There will be
This is-
Murkrows.
this- I like.
Murkrows.
I hate these early stages of TV/movie development because, like, I can remember 4 or 5 years ago when we were talking about early Detective Pikachu, before it was even Detective Pikachu, I think. And I feel like I guessed it on podcast, or we had other people on, and they were talking about how they want some Pokemon journey, but that's so hard to tell in 90 minutes. Like Detective Pikachu worked because it was not a trainer's journey from point A to
also
point B.
because they cut so much that was in the game.
Yeah.
It made the game such a good story.
Yeah, they cut that cruise ship. I guess you could do a trainer's journey specifically in a TV show.
Like the anime.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But
they're
they're
making
already
it,
but that's the thing, they're already doing that. So they just do it
But
with
not live action.
yeah, they're making a live action version of the current anime.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, they're not.
I'm the new Ash.
Yeah.
See,
Spoiler.
okay, this is why I hate this conversation.
It's like it's gonna be like Picard, where
This
it's
is-
like
because
it's
Ash
gonna
is
be a
like
Harry
all old
Potter
and
thing.
retired, and then all the people from the history of the Pokemon world come to visit and bring their problems.
It's
for
a retelling
solution.
of the future when Professor Oak has sadly passed on, and
Yes.
and Gary Oak has to take over,
Yes.
and Ash is now that annoying
Ooh,
neighbor.
so
next
it's like
door.
Cobra Kai. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so into this now.
Yeah.
Yes, it focuses on Gary Oak, and it's like literally the show is
No.
going to be called "Smell You Later."
Yep.
And
I'm into
it's-
it. Yes.
Will, do
Yes.
you remember at the start of this podcast when you were like, I'm disappointed with our listeners? I'm disappointed with you two right now.
Well,
Why?
you
There's
are.
like 9 million things in the Pokemon world, and anytime a TV show or movie is mentioned, people go right to Ash, and it's really frustrating.
We went to Gary.
We
Oak.
went to Gary
Thank
Oak,
you.
not Ash.
It is
Thank
a
you very much.
redemption arc
Also-
television program.
Of the gens they're going to pick, which gen do you think they're going to pick?
And
Get the biggest audience.
I don't
And-
think the
Mr.
gems
Sass.
matter.
look, there's this whole subplot where the poetry, Professor Oak's poetry, is
Yeah.
going to be collected and published. It's like, and then like that's the culmination of the honoring of the old Professor Oak at the end of like the first season, because there will be unresolved issues where like Ash is actually the bad guy now.
Yeah.
And then so Gary is like holding the fort at the Pokemon research, and then Ash comes in and it's like they have to come together, but you know, in the background it's Professor Oak's poetry that's going to save everyone.
I'm into it. This is the best show ever.
Why doesn't Hollywood pay me?
Or
Us. Fine,
Us.
I'll share.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm just going to move on. This is
You're the worst. You're so.
I see
You're
the
so
listeners that I'm
awful.
disappointed in. All of them right now are saying I would watch that.
Yeah. And
I would
and
100% watch that.
Captain Judgerson down below chewing on his thumb.
about what?
Because you don't like good TV. That's the problem.
Well, he doesn't watch TV, so
Yeah.
he has no say.
Why would anyone, like, for years of listening to Ash is the worst character, people's first headspace go to, like, oh, I can't wait for the live-action movie with Ash. Like, it's just so
we
contradictory.
Didn't say that.
We didn't say Ash.
Yeah,
We said
okay.
Gary.
Ash would be a
We
problem.
said Ash was the annoying next-door
Yes.
neighbor like he is forever.
We need a new hero, a new champion.
Yeah.
But if you don't relate it to the story that people know,
That's
we're gonna
they
lose
literally
viewers.
proved that with Detective Pikachu, that you do not need to relate it to the story. They need
it had
to
a Pikachu
Don't
in
you have
it.
a Pikachu in it? It had a Pikachu.
Yeah.
There's only one Pikachu in the entire universe.
Correct.
So it's that one.
For somebody who said you liked the Detective Pikachu story, did you miss the point where Detective Pikachu said hi to Ash's Pikachu in that game?
Look, pedant. I'm explaining to you how the viewers go and are appealed and appeased.
Yeah.
And you're looking for specificity. And look, your mom.
I'm not. The whole point of me reading the article was not to be specific because there has been no actors and probably not even a script written.
We are
They
theorizing.
probably just
we will write
paid
the script.
money
This
to
is the
secure a life. Like,
Here.
it's the same thing with Detective Pikachu too. Like, there was rumors of that coming out. Sure, they probably paid the money to lock in the possibility of doing it, but that doesn't mean that it was ever going to happen. But
we
they
didn't
wanted to
sign
at
an
least
NDA.
ensure that they had the.
Greg and I have been
Yeah.
asked to spec out a full season of
Yep.
Gary Oak. Smell you later.
Yeah.
New Pokemon trading card game V Battle Decks featuring Dragon-type Pokemon Rayquaza V and Noivern V. These were announced, and they will make it fun and easy to learn how to play the best-selling Pokemon trading card game, and they will be available on October 8th. There are 2 battle decks, one featuring Rayquaza, one featuring Noivern. This release follows the introduction of Dragon-type Pokemon in the Sword and Shield series, because we haven't seen Dragon-type Pokemon since Sun and Moon. And it will follow the TCG set Evolving Skies, which comes out next month, or I guess this month. It's August. Each deck will have the standard 60 cards, the reference cards, the rulebook, a play mat, I think it's the paper play mat. I don't think it's a fancy one. Damage counters, metallic coin, deck box, and quick guide to help trainers learn winning strategies. For clarification purpose, you're getting both decks in one package, so you can easily battle with friends and family, they say.
So
Do we
this
know
is
what
one
the
of those
cards do yet?
situations where somebody I went to high school with buys this for their kids, throws away the instructions, and then calls me and says, how do
Yeah.
I play Pokemon?
Yes.
Yes. Also, it says it comes with 8 additional trainer cards, including 2 foil cards. I'm not sure. I don't know if those are
Interesting.
promos or.
Sideboard.
Not sure.
Do we know what they like? Have the cards been released? Like, do we have?
No. The only thing on this website, the Pokemon.com, is just a screenshot of the Noivern and Rayquaza, which are those 2 Pokemon come out in Evolving Skies.
They're both flying type dragons. Interesting. Although I believe Raymond Quasar would be a bit more powerful
Yes,
than your
Raymond
run-of-the-mill
Quasar
Noivern.
vastly superior.
Okay, this was I expected like a Pokemon announcement before August, especially maybe one that involved Sinnoh, because they focused on Sinnoh for July. And they've been really good at announcing things on Thursday. But they didn't announce anything regarding Diamond and Pearl yet. Here we are.
Here we are.
But they announced Pokemon Snap stuff. I guess that's kind of cool.
I mean, they can only have so many announcements at one time.
Right.
That's right.
Otherwise, we would be overwhelmed during this 25th anniversary. How would we stay on top of it?
What's happening there? Like
Nothing is happening there.
I can't imagine there's not, like, we're doing a countdown, and at the end of the countdown, Diamond and Pearl are coming out, and we announced Diamond and Pearl, and we've only showed one thing of Diamond, which was on Pokemon Day. That makes sense. And then they're like, Galar, Alola, Kalos. And you're like, wow, that's so many months of no Diamond and Pearl. And then they get to July, and they're like, Sinnoh. And you're like, we have to at least get like 60 seconds of footage. Like, it doesn't have to be long. It just, show us a little something. Show us a little Dawn.
They can't do it. They can't do it because people were so at odds about the whole chibi style. It's like now anytime they show any gameplay footage of the chibi style, it's like flares, those embers will spark again. And I hate the chibi and blah, blah. This sucks. Why couldn't they have cut and paste some Sword and Shield and improved the trees? And they had so many opportunities, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't have time for that noise. You know what? You guys complain so hard. Now just wait until the finished product. That's what
honestly thought you would at least get a trailer.
So, yeah. August is Hoenn, and then September is Johto, and then October is Kanto,
and then Diamond and Pearl.
Like, this is such a weird release. So I remember in 2016 when they announced Sun and Moon, right?
Yeah.
20th anniversary. Very good. Sun and Moon's 5 years old. And they did the trailer for Pokemon Day or whatever, where they at least announced it. I remember them showing Crabrawler off for the first time at the World Championship. But they were, like, showing at least new Pokemon once a month or something. They're like, oh, here's a Pikapak, here's a Komala, here's a Rockruff. They were doing stuff. They were like, this game is coming. Like, consistently, I felt like every week they were like, hey, this video game is coming. The only thing they've announced for Diamond and Pearl is, hey, we have a date. No new stuff. We just have a date.
Do we think it's because Bandai Namco uses a different Google Cal, and the intern has never synced the two up? So there's the main Pokemon calendar that they plan everything on the same weekend for. And they asked Bandai Namco to submit all their dates. And they said, oh, it's on our Google Cal. And it's just never shown up. And so they're like, well, I guess they're not doing anything. But it's on a different calendar.
That's it.
Yep.
It's, you know what it is? It's like more insidious than that. Because they're posting stuff to the calendar, but it's like kind of like how when you use the Apple calendar and it has like work and home.
Right.
And it's like they're not paying attention, and they're putting it on home. And it's supposed to
like,
go on work.
I don't care about this is home stuff.
Well, I don't even have home checked off to look at. I'm only looking at work.
Looking at work.
I'm busy.
My Google Cal's for work only. Put it on the work Google.
I don't think it would be that weird if there wasn't like if there wasn't this countdown. If they didn't do like Alola, Kalos, Unova, like. Because they did this countdown, maybe I just had bad expectations.
You had bad expectations. You fell for the pattern.
Like, if they had no countdown and they didn't announce anything, it would be, like, not as weird, I think.
If it was
like, it's weird to say, like, we are having a whole Sinnoh month. Don't you love Piplup and Turtwig and that other monkey thing? Don't you love these?
Chimchar
and then, like, we're making a new version of the things you love, but we're not talking about it. It's very weird. It's not bad.
I mean, it's bad. It is bad. There is no information. That is, by definition, in the 25th anniversary, a bad thing to be doing. It is bad. It is bad that we are here. It is bad that this is supposed to be a big anniversary year, and literally nothing has happened. We've gotten 3 unrelated songs that are of questionable quality. We had an animated concert like 4
that concert
years
was
ago.
Good. That concert,
yeah, but it was like 18 years ago. Who even
it was also like
it?
4 minutes long.
Well, 12.
We've got one Pokemon Snap game that finally has DLC.
Okay, that was very, very good though. Let's not.
That was the only thing they've done.
We got Unite. Also very good.
It's also very good. But they
To
don't
be
control
fair-
Unite.
to
They
be
have
fair-
nothing to be with Unite.
We got 2 really good Pokemon games this year.
True.
And everyone now hates Pokemon Go.
Wait a minute. I don't hate Pokemon Go.
Well, they rolled back all their COVID stuff today.
I mean,
it's bad.
Okay, surprise. Still don't hate Pokemon Go.
I don't hate Pokemon Go either. People are very mad. We're not talking about Pokemon Go this episode.
No.
I understand why people are mad though. Okay, so let's say for whatever reason they're like, well, we can't announce the Diamond Pearl stuff. We got to announce the Pokemon Snap stuff. It comes out on August 3rd. It could have came out on August 10th. I'm not sure if there's a really I don't see the Snap lining up with anything otherwise. So it's cool. We got a little bit of free Snap stuff. People will probably come back for a Friday night, Saturday night, and then forget about Snap again.
Yep.
That's fine though.
I turned on my Switch to play Unite and something updated, and I thought it was the Snap thing. And I'm like, already? I still don't know what updated because I literally thought it was Snap, and I have no idea which game in the list was the one that actually updated.
I mean, how many games do you have on your Switch?
I don't know, too many. I have Katamari Damacy. I have Darkest
has not had
Dungeon.
any updates, trust me.
I have Stardew Valley, which I refuse to play.
Yeah.
Listen to the Harvest
These
Season to find out
conversations.
why.
There's been way too many angry tangents already, and we're only 20 minutes in. Free content update for new Pokemon Snap. It will start 6 p.m. PDT. They actually gave us a time. This never happens. What are they doing over there, Namco Bandai?
They are on it.
These people over at Bandai Namco Bandai. They have dates. They have times.
Yes,
they're on
they
a
are
schedule.
using their calendar
What the heck is
appropriately.
the rest of the Pokemon Company doing? They probably forgot the password to their calendar app. They don't know how to log
They
in.
don't know how to unlock it. Janine
Okay, so-
left, and only Janine had the passcodes.
6 p.m. PDT, August 3rd. Players with an internet connection can download a free update, which will include, their words, not mine, beautiful new areas to visit and 20 additional Pokemon to discover. There are 3 stunning new areas. It says Secret Side Path. Well, what a beautiful name. Secret Side Path. Area 1. It will have a day and night version. The Neo one will shrink to a tiny size to explore this area, and the Pokemon you will see will look gigantic. You can even hear breathing and footsteps in this thrilling area. You might spot new kinds of Pokemon you've never seen before. So they showed this tiny mechanic. You shrink and then you go into a tree. And I think people thought the tiny mechanic was just a mechanic for all the levels.
Oh.
I think maybe I'm wrong, but specifically to this press release, it seems like it's only for Secret Side Path. And then there's Mighty Wide River, both day and night. Mighty Wide River is a nurturing waters. We got there. Greg, I'm sorry you were struggling with that word, but we worked it through.
I couldn't even figure out what word you were attempting.
Water source that provides the whole. Wait, oh yeah, Belsuvla. The islands have names. I've never said any of them out loud. You'll be conducting research as you ride down the river, so be on the lookout for rapids when you search for Pokemon. Keep your camera ready so you don't miss the action. And then finally, we have the barren Badlands, day and night. In this area, you will research the Badlands of the Volca Island, where dry winds from the desert will blow. This area has many particular features, from geysers to poisonous gas spewing swamps. Pokemon may be hiding underground or in the rocky cliffs, so keep your eyes peeled. Across the 3 new areas, players will find a variety of Pokemon, including those already familiar in players' journeys across the Lental region, as well as 20 Pokemon that couldn't be found before. And then they talk about how Snap is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we saw Shroomish, we saw Snorlax, we saw Tepig, we saw Rockruff, Gyarados.
Roselia?
Which was kind of
Roserade?
weird that Gyarados wasn't in the first one. but he's here now. I guess you could also say kind of weird. Snorlax was in the first one, but here now. Psyduck.
Psyduck.
So, I already know half of the 20. Which, when I had to like take a step back, because when I first heard 20, I was like, well, that's lame. That's not a lot. But the game only has, what, like 214?
214.
And when we heard that, we were like, well, that's not a lot.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Still
but
not
when
a
you're
lot.
taking 4 pictures of each and you're trying to figure out what they do, and then when the Japanese Pokemon Twitter is tweeting all these things that you're like, how did you get that to happen? I've put 100 hours into this game. I've never even gotten a Crabrawler to walk this far. Like, while 20 seems like a little bit in a press release, the amount of interactions these Pokemon have with each other and what they do and how to make them interact probably seems like a lot of work. I would guess. I mean, obviously, these 3 new areas aren't just going to have 20 Pokemon. They're going to have the old ones, and they probably have, hopefully, some sort of interaction. I can't imagine they're just plopping Cacnea down and being like, okay,
there you go.
Just going to roll down a hill. Like, I would assume that they're probably going to do something. It does look, they do say new areas, and I was confused. I thought these were routes because they look like they're routes of current areas, but I guess we'll see. If they are genuinely new areas, I would assume that not only do they have day and night, which is great, I would assume there's probably at least one alternative path on all of them.
Yeah, like one secret path.
Yeah. They're not very clear if they are all secret side paths, but the fact that they say that the nature park has a secret side path and the other 2 seem to stand on their own makes me think that they are their own unique areas, but I have no clue.
Well, they say like new area. It's 3 stunning new areas to explore. Like, I think of the ice level where you break the ice wall with the sand slash, and then that's like, to me, that's a new area to explore, even though it's the ice path. And then when you're in that ice path and you... Is it like the Frostlass that opens the second door? There's like a secret path in that secret path. So you like break the ice wall with Sand Slash, and then somebody else breaks the other ice wall, and then you're in like another new area with like Avalugg and stuff. So... these look like paths to me, not specifically like maps. Either way, I don't think it's bad.
No.
It's free, so how can you even
free,
complain?
Which is the best part.
When we were having the DLC conversation before, I never thought in my head of like, they're just going to give us 3 maps that are free, or 3 areas. Again, I don't know if they're maps, areas.
Right.
So to do like 20 Pokemon in 3 areas for free, how can you even complain? But
give me time.
But I think that's it's nice. I think that's
it's
that's
very
good.
nice. I mean, I have yet to see Rosalia included anywhere in there. So complaint 1, you keep failing.
Oh, another chance for Cramorant.
There could be crams. There could be crams in that river. Crams.
There could
go
be.
by
Crams love the river, I hear.
Yeah,
I love a river cram. A little different than a jungle cram, but I do love a river cram.
Disney's Jungle Cram coming out.
Cram does not belong in the jungle.
Cram, look, River Cram can go to the jungle and be Jungle Cram. If we can have Jungle Crustle, we can have Jungle Cram.
Well, you have Jungle Crustle when you accept that you're going to lose. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Now, hey,
something I can agree with. Yes.
We don't know. We have not run all the iterations of Jungle Crustle. We can't guarantee that that's true. We haven't even tried Jungle Eldegoss yet, which is my next.
I'm a 1 out of 1 that Jungle Crustle loses the match. That's 100% ratio.
That is not a deep pool.
Agreed.
That is not a deep pool to be pulling from.
So, Will never got past Meganium.
Still there.
Still there. Is this exciting to you, Will? Are you coming back? Is this it? Is this the push you needed?
No, it's not the push I needed, but I will come back. I did enjoy playing Pokemon Snap. It's just I had an interruption, and it was like enough of an interruption that I was then moved on to other things. But now, yes, it is an appeal to return.
Greg, obviously coming back.
I mean, I'll play them. Sure.
I can't imagine this is more than like
A
you know,
weekend?
5 hours on a Friday night, right?
Yeah.
But, okay, you said that the last time, and it's like
You're 100
65 hours later. You're like
5 hours on a Friday night.
that was supposed to be the entirety of Pokemon
Yeah.
Snap was
Is
5
the
hours
entire
on a Friday night.
This is a free update, and it's 1/3 of the amount of Pokemon
this
you
is how
got
they
in
get you.
Pokemon Snap.
This is how they get you, and it's like they're lying. There's some
I
secret
will-
in there, some secret sauce.
I will die on this hill. Pokemon Snap is one of the few games that is 1,000,000% worth $60 in my opinion. Like from a perspective, from the whole blockbuster fiasco of like the first Pokemon Snap was not worth $40. You should just rent it. You'll finish it in a weekend. This was how we went, at least how I went. I'll speak for myself, how I went into Pokemon Snapping. Like, I don't think this game's worth $60. It's going to be too short. I ate all my words there. If people were still on the fence, I sincerely believe new Pokemon Snap worth $60. The fact they're doing free DLC, adding 20 more Pokemon, 3 new areas, 20 Pokemon times 4. That's like 80 more pictures if you're a completionist. I think it's awesome. I think it's a really, really good game.
It's value. I mean, and you don't even need to have captured a mouse to go buy it. You can just go out and buy it.
What
They're
about
selling
saving
the
a
game.
bunny?
Or, I can't. Oh, poor Bunny. Now I'm sad because Bunny didn't make it.
It's the circle of life.
I know. We tried.
August 3rd. That comes out Tuesday night, right?
Tuesday night.
Which is a little weird. You'd
I-
think like a Friday. Normally games come out
I mean,
Fridays,
a lot
right?
of things are released on Tuesdays.
Well, like the CDs back in the day. Now they
But
just
there's
come
a
out
lot
whenever.
of things that are released on Tuesdays that aren't just CDs back in the day.
I'll be streaming my Pokemon Snap experience on Tuesday night. We'll see. I'm very excited for these levels, but
I mean,
yeah,
I'll watch maybe. I don't know what else I've got going on Tuesday.
I hear a lot of things happen on Tuesday.
They do.
New CDs come out.
Well, oh no, that's right.
That's not true any longer.
Tuesday is the best night to raid in Final Fantasy 14 because that's when everybody does all their stuff. So you get the best players, and you don't have to like wait for cutscenes.
Right. Because they're eager to play because the
Yeah.
reset just happened.
Because the reset just happened, and everyone's like, "Get it done."
That's
so
right.
I usually am half of paying attention to somebody's Twitch stream while I'm raiding.
Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Unite. We got a couple other news articles, and we will be right back. Tricks.
Lucky Charms.
Cocoa Puffs. Tricks.
Golden Grams.
Cocoa Puffs. Tricks.
Cookie Crisp.
Cocoa Puffs. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's real rock.
Tricks has flavor. Tricks has flavor. No. The best cereal.
Count Chocula. Count Chocula. Count Chocula. Count Chocula. Blueberry's pretty good too. Count Chocula. Sounds nice. Count Chocula. Sounds fancy. Count Chocula. Oh my gosh. And we are back from our break. This is off Kotaku.
Dubious.
Pokemon Red's one. Why is it Pokemon? Isn't okay? Whatever. Clickbait. Pokemon Red's $1 million bicycle made real. You could have just said red and blue or green or just Pokemon.
Well, it's the character Red is what it is.
Unless you picked blue, then your
Yeah.
default name was blue.
Go move on.
To celebrate reaching a million Twitter followers, the Pokemon Company, I believe this is the Japanese Twitter. The Pokemon Company has now recreated the sweet bicycle from the first generation games Red and Blue and their remakes. The in-game bicycle was priced at a cool 1 million Poké Dollars, and it wasn't possible for players to earn enough cash to buy one because it cost $1 more than the game could actually let you earn. This two-wheeler could be purchased with a bike voucher. Fittingly, the life-size reproduction won't be available for sale, but it will be given away to anyone who follows at Poke_Times, which is an official Japanese Pokemon Twitter account. And then you got to use a hashtag in Japanese, and then 100, and then more Japanese, which I guess translates to Pokemon Million Yen Bicycle. While anyone could do this, the rules state that the prize will only be shipped domestically in Japan. So I guess you could enter, but
so
find somebody.
You get Andrew to enter, and then you'll pay Andrew once Andrew wins to ship it to you.
Even though it's a life-size bike, it doesn't look like it works.
No, you can't ride it.
Oh, no. Is that going right next to my Bear Walker skateboard?
Yeah. You can put it on the wall.
Yeah. Like it has pedals and it has wheels, but I don't think there's a chain going.
There's no chain. And also, the stand is hardcore locked onto it so that the wheels couldn't possibly could turn, but it's not going to scoot across the road.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, you could probably take the stand off. Maybe
You're going to break the bike.
finagle your own chain onto it.
I mean, look at the front view of
Finagle
the tire.
your
That
own
is
chain.
hard weld onto that bike.
Bobby sent in the Netflix article, by the way. Brandon sent in the Pokemon Snap article. Kevin sent in the Pokemon bike. So thank you to those three in Slack. This bike the wheel looks cool. I kind of
wheel
wish they
looks
would
very
just
cool.
give away the wheel. Like the
Yeah.
Pokeball is on the wheel and the Pikachu inside the frame.
Well, because it's Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander on
Yeah.
the inside frame, and the outside tread is the Pokeballs, which is very cool.
It's very cool looking, but yeah, somebody will get it.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
an
it'll probably
art
end up
piece.
on Japanese eBay.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I don't think
I'm into
those,
it, though.
I don't think those tires are too safe for riding on.
that's what they should put out, though. Pokemon Center, actual Pokemon bike tires.
Don't give them more ideas.
Look,
Do not.
I don't know what. Can we talk about Pokemon Center real quick? I don't
Yeah.
know what, they are just pumping out merchandise. They put out this Block Party collection, and it's
The
like
Black
kind of
Party
cute, but
collection is
kind of
really
bad.
Cute, actually. I was very tempted because I was like, "Wow, this is actually kind of cute." They have been.
I got burned with the Moo Moo milk plates, though. Like, I bought
In
2
what
sets,
way?
and then I put one in the dishwasher because I was like, I'm going to use one because, sometimes people buy stuff and then they don't use it. So I'm going to buy one for usable stuff, and then I'm going to buy one for, collecting purposes. And no bueno. That Moo Moo
Yes,
milk
no bueno.
stuff came right
Right
off. It
off.
was, poorly painted.
Mm.
It didn't say hand wash only, to be fair. It didn't say dishwasher safe. It didn't say anything. I don't know if these party block plates, or maybe it did. I don't know. What does it say here? It says... No, this says the same thing. This was the same as the Moo Moo milk. I'm looking at the back, because usually it says on the back of the plate if it's dishwasher safe. It just says Pokemon Center, made in China, Fabriqué en China B21. I don't know what B21
Well-
is. Maybe B21 means it's not dishwasher safe.
No, the more details for the Pokemon block art party plates on PokemonCenter.com.
It says dishwasher
says
safe.
dishwasher safe.
Can I go to the Moo Moo milk? Moo. They have it. All right, let me scroll down. Oh, it does say hand wash only, do not microwave. Okay. That was it did not say it on the back of the plate, though.
Hoisted by your own Picard.
Not
Okay,
Picard.
I'm a little more in. To be fair, the Moo Moo milk was only $15.
And it's
These
upon
are
his.
cute. I'm very tempted by the block party plates because I think they're super cute. I'm also weirdly tempted by the Pokemon Home accent rug.
It's way too small.
Well, it's an accent rug.
Yeah, but it's like you can't even put a chair on it.
Because it's an accent rug.
Wait, how big is it?
It's 30 inches in diameter.
That's very tiny.
So it's
I
3
got
feet
bathroom
across.
rugs bigger than that.
No, it goes like at the foot of your chair, like
Yeah,
in front of your
it's-
chair.
it's an
just
accent
there
rug.
to look at.
That's the whole point. It's a cute accent rug.
I mean, it's cute. I'm just very wishy-washy. Not the Pokemon. Just very wishy-washy on the quality of some of this Pokemon Center stuff. It's so hit and miss.
Well, yeah.
It is, but they have a generous return policy.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I'm looking at these lampshades. Are these good quality lampshades? I don't know.
What is a quality lampshade? That is the most bizarre combination of words I've heard all day.
Yes.
Does light go through it? Somewhat.
Somewhat, yes.
It's a functional lampshade. Can you see
mean,
the light bulb? If it's
it's
not
made out of-
intended to be a clear lampshade, then you can see the light bulb. That's a fail. If it is intended to be a clear lampshade, then seeing the light bulb is A-okay.
I mean, it looks cute. Okay, but Will, this Pokemon Celebration cap, baseball cap, the Cole one, how you need you this is a hat for you.
I'm looking for it here. Is it
It
under
is-
clothing?
Yeah, it's under new releases is where I went.
Yeah, except it's a snapback, and snapbacks don't really fit my head particularly well.
Like, I'm looking at the Pokemon Block Party metal table caddy centerpiece. Like, there is somebody in, like, the Seattle Bellevue whatever office, and they're looking through some magazine they got off an airplane, being like, what in this catalog can we order and stick Pokemon things on?
I don't know why
Because-
you believe this. They have a whole crew of
have a marketing
Pokemon
department.
home designers who are just they sit
Did
around
you
a table
look
every.
at the metal table caddy?
Yeah, I don't see that in Macy's every day.
It's valid. You don't.
It's like,
It's cute. It's for a picnic.
it would probably look better if it was white and not gray, because everything else in the Block Party is white.
But this one's
The-
made out
the-
of metal.
This is metal.
Everything else is made of Melinx or Millennium. What is that stuff called? It starts with an M.
You're right. It does start with an
Melamine?
M.
Melamine. Does that mean it comes from honey?
Yes.
Oh,
Spot clean only. Don't put that in the dishwasher.
What the metal?
The metal table caddy.
Well, not everybody puts everything in the dishwasher, Steve.
some of us don't even have a dishwasher, so thanks for throwing that in my face.
Anyways, go get your Block Party stuff.
They're cute.
They're okay.
Okay, and stop saying block party. It's block art party.
Yes.
Block Party sounds fun.
It sounds fun, except you have to hang out with your neighbors, including that one guy who you saw what he posted on Instagram that one time, and you're like, now my neighborhood is totally sus.
Well, that's why you get the table caddy.
Is it snapback or Velcro back? Is that different? Do Velcro back
Yeah, it
snap
doesn't
at
make
you?
a difference. I need sized.
I'm clicking too fast on this website. They're going to IP ban me. They're going to think I'm buying Pokemon cards or something.
Ooh,
They'd be
but
like, "Whoa,
the hat
sl-"
is machine wash.
There you
So-
go. Put that in the dishwasher.
Oh, I thanks for reminding me that I don't even have a washing machine. The next you're going to bring up how it could be dried in a dryer that I also don't have.
It could be dried in a dryer. I actually do see what the instructions
Just
say.
hang dry, Will. You know, you got.
Oh,
a
I
backyard.
certainly hang
Yeah.
dry quite a bit as I
Tumble
wash
dry
clothes in my
low.
bathtub.
Iron on a low setting. Do you not have an iron either?
Why? Well, who irons? This is
Nobody.
2021.
I like to iron.
You
Iron
iron
is
your
18.
jeans,
You also
don't
like
you?
to wear suits
You
to go
don't
to dinner with
iron-
your wife. You already got her married. Why do you have to impress her anymore?
I didn't wear a suit last night when I went out to. I put on some slacks though.
Because you went to B-dubs.
No, went to melting pot.
which I'm envious of.
I do like melting pot.
So
Yeah, and you dress up a little bit for the melting pot. You don't want
A
to go
little
in
bit.
and like
No,
carve
it's
it.
true,
Just
'cause it's
a
pricey.
little bit. Yeah,
it's also it's going to splatter some oil around and some other things. So you don't want to bring your nice stuff. Well, there is a Home Depot full of appliances.
Yes.
Yeah, just wash your clothes
That
there.
you could go over there and just roll across the parking lot and
Bring
get
my laundry.
zero.
I need to
Yeah.
test out this
I need to test this
appliance
out.
before I consider purchasing it.
Sir, this is
Borrow
Home
one of their,
Depot.
borrow one of their shopping carts. Push it back and forth.
Push it back.
All right, let's talk about Pokemon Unite. It's been out for almost 2 weeks.
Yep.
They added God of War. God of
They
War.
did, and
God
I'm
of War.
bad.
God of War.
They patched one of the champs.
They did not change any of the Pokemon. Let's be clear.
They
This
patched
was-
one of the champs.
They did not.
But that's what the release note said.
I will explain because this was very clickbaity. Because a bunch of articles said
Okay.
they nerfed Charizard. They did not touch Charizard at all. There's a held item called Muscle Band,
Yeah.
and Muscle Band can be put on any Pokemon.
Yeah.
And what it does is it increases your physical attack, and it worked perfectly on all 20-some Pokemon except for Charizard. It boosted it too much. So Charizard was fine. The held item was bad, specifically pairing with Charizard. So they fixed that bug. But
Well,
people
they
wrote
should have
articles
put
being like
different in the
Charizard got
patch
nerfed.
notes.
But it was a bug. The item was doing something it wasn't supposed to. So yes, Charizard did get stronger because of it, but it was not intentional.
I don't think on this program I explained what the real problem with Charizard is. Did I? Have I
No.
discussed this with you guys?
No.
No.
What is the real problem with
The
Charizard?
real problem with Charizard is if there is going to be a player, if you're doing friendly or whatever, and it's like just random people, if there is going to be a player who is going to walk away from the game halfway through, that's the Charizard player.
Yeah,
Always.
you're right.
Yep.
Always.
Always.
You always seeing Charmander sitting there at the
Yeah.
home base doing nothing.
Oh, makes me so mad.
If there's anyone reporting to end the game early, it's always a Ninetales player.
Ugh. They evolved too early. That's the problem. They evolved
Right.
too quick.
They they used up all their momentum at the start of the match, and now they didn't get what they want. So now they want to concede. I don't think Ninetales players know Zapdos are in the game.
I mean, I played Ninetales. I know Zapdos is in the game.
Yeah, but you're not a Ninetales main.
I'm
See?
not. I am the lonely, left alone in the bottom lane Eldegoss, where everybody's like, "Yeah, we'll go bottom lane with you," and I'm do, and I'm setting everything up for you, and then suddenly you're all in the jungle, and
I
I'm
don't.
sitting there going, "Hello, anyone?" I guess I'm sitting on this goal, keeping everybody at bay.
It's just like, for some reason, people look at Cramorant. I don't know. Maybe I do a great job. Maybe people look at my performance in the top lane and they're like, "Oh, this Cram has it handled," and then they just leave me.
I mean,
like,
Hey, I
have
stuck with you.
Video footage of probably 20 plus matches within the first minute. People are like, we're gone. We out.
We're
See you
gone.
later, Cramorant. We're going to hang out in the jungle. We're going to go have tea with Dreadnought. We're going to go sit in the base and spam concede because, like, who knows what? I don't understand. I don't get it.
I stayed with you.
You
When
did.
you and I played
our
together.
Our game was very good, Will.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
did
even
not
invite
leave
me.
that match afterwards because you played poorly. I thought you played very good. I just had to pee, so that's why I left the match.
Oh,
Okay,
drama.
I do want to clear up some clarification. So number one, if you subscribe to our Patreon, there is a Patreon bonus podcast coming this Friday that was recorded with some people from our community, and two of the people have like 1,000+ hours of League of Legends. So it was a really good conversation with them. It wasn't supposed to lean that way, but it was a community thing, and they were very chatty, and it was really great to talk with them. So that is an hour episode that will be coming out Friday in our premium feed. If you subscribe for $5 a month at isc.cash or patreon.com/PKMNcast, you can also get the 2 bonus episodes of last month, which had our Pokemon Go Fest conversation. And then you'll get the other bonus episode this month. So I just want to, it's the start of the month. If you want to jump on the Patreon, it's the best time to start the Patreon. And if you want to venture out and upgrade to the $25 a month, we're running a special promotion for 2 weeks. So if you sign up in the first 2 weeks for the $25 a month, or you upgrade, you will get a shirt, and a little gift package. It's just the $25 people a month normally get a package every 3 months, but if you just do the $25 this month, I am doing a shirt for those people. So it's limited, only this time. You can sign up for the 25 this month, cancel it, or drop down the next month. So all those details will be on patreon.com/PKMNcast. But if you want to sign up, support the show, there you go. I didn't mean to put the ad right here, but it made sense because I'm about to repeat what's going to be on the show, but I'll give you the cliff notes. So what I've learned in the last almost 2 weeks of playing Pokemon Unite is people have never played a MOBA before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct, 100%.
And that's fine. But it also made me realize the game doesn't explain how to play a MOBA.
It does not.
It does a good job of explaining. I think, as a kid, I remember watching football, and I understood the premise of, you get the ball to the end, and then you score points. But I never understood, the moving 10 yards to get your turns back, or why did they do this play, or why did they choose to run it instead of throw it, or why is there you can watch football and not enjoy all those technical details and just understand you get the ball to one end and you're fine. And obviously over the years I've learned how football is played.
I think the more basic issue is that when you watch football, you eventually learn that there's a guy named the quarterback who has a job. There's a guy who's a kicker who has a job. There's a defense guy who has and they're all doing different jobs because it's a team game.
That's true. That's
and
why
we
this
play
analogy I thought was
as
pretty
a
okay.
Team. It's not everybody run out onto the field, do what you feel like doing, and let's hope if we all do what we feel like doing enough, we win.
I'm going to the jungle.
No. You're not allowed in the jungle.
Okay, so the game explains you dunk, you shoot your hoops, you score points, more points win. The game explains that if you do Road Tom, he joins you. The game explains you knock out Dreadnought, he shields you, and that's kind of it from at least what I remember.
I think there was a little Zapdos in the tutorial too.
The tutorial covers all the controls that you need to know, but
yeah.
That's it.
Oh yeah, here's Will's quick tip of the moment. Guess what the tutorial doesn't say? Just kill opponents and don't ever score any points. I'm seeing you, folks. I've seen teams where literally 2 people scored points and everybody else scored 0. They have tons of kills.
That's fine.
No, it's not. That's not how you win the game. That's not how you win.
Look. You can go through a game without scoring. You can go through a game and score 0 points.
No. Yes. Me,
And still
Captain
be
Snorlax,
incredibly-
Greg,
yes.
Eldegoss, we should not be scoring points.
Yes. I don't want
All right.
people to feel bad that they didn't score points because I think I have the opposite problem. I think I have players in my game that are frustrated they're not scoring points, so that's why they leave the lane because they're they feel like they're not doing anything. So they're I'm going to leave this lane to try to score points because because they feel like they need to. Mm-hmm. So I want to get these clarifications off. This isn't an expert guide. If you want to, this is just, the people who are just getting in Unite. The game doesn't explain this. I'm going to explain this really quickly. There's 3 lanes. There's the top lane, the bottom lane, and there's the center, which everyone's going to call jungle. The reason that's called jungle is because of League of Legends and Dota. So by default, I think jungle is more fun to say than center. I think everyone's in agreement there.
Center cram is way worse than jungle cram.
So there's the game will recommend you to go to top or bottom or jungle, but it doesn't tell you why.
Yeah.
And this is my hot tip of the week of why you would go a certain way. So this is really easy to remember. The reason you would go bottom is because your character is mostly defending. The bottom is not necessarily to score goals, although you can, but you're defending down there, and you're defending against the other team defending. And the way you can remember is because Dreadnought is down there, and he gives you a shield to help with defense. The other reason why you would go to bottom is because your character excels in the late game. So an example I will use is Garchomp. Gibble is god-awful. It's like Gibble ain't doing anything. But once Gibble gets all the way to Garchomp, which will probably be like 5 minutes into the match, Garchomp can now do stuff. There is more experience that you can earn in the bottom lane. That is why Cramorant is never recommended. Cramorant can go bottom, but it is not recommended to go bottom because Cramorant is good right out of the gate. There are some Pokemon that are very good at the start, and there are some Pokemon that are very good in the late game. And so that, I think, is never explained to people, but it's just important to know that even though there are different all-arounders and there are different speedsters and there are different here's a really good example. Ghastly, Haunter are complete garbage, but Gengar is incredibly good. So if you're seeing a Ghastly like helping you out, it's like, no, you're garbage. Go back into the jungle. Like, I don't want to see you until you are a Gengar because you're not good right now. Whereas Zeraora is pretty good right out of the gate. But obviously, like if there was a Gengar versus Zeraora, Gengar might have an advantage because it needs to level up. It needs to suffer to get to that point. So now top lane is mostly for scoring, and the easy way to remember that is Rotom is up there to help you score. So the top lane should be focused on scoring, the bottom lane should be focused on defending, and then the jungle, the center, which there should only be one, and no, it should not be Crustle, it should be flexing in between to help those two roles. For example, the jungle might come down, help take out the Dreadnought, then the two people on top can then score/push. And that's pretty much why. That's why, like, you know, Pikachu goes to the top. Pikachu's pretty good right out of the gate. Ninetales can go to the top because Ninetales very good out of the gate. Ninetales could also go to the bottom. Like you can put Pikachu in the bottom. You can put Cram on the bottom. I wouldn't put Garchomp on top because there's not enough experience up there for Garchomp. But all of these roles are somewhat flexible. But the game never explains, like, what is it? Why would you go to the top? What should I do up there? Why would you go to the bottom? And so that's just like a quick, like, overview of what you're doing.
But I mean, also for the rules, like, if you are, I am an Eldegoss player. I don't kill Pokemon. I help you kill Pokemon because it is more important that the attacker or whatever I'm paired with level up quickly. And I have XP share that's building me stuff. So you need to be of a higher level than I am anyways. And then once I get close to 4, I'll kill something to push myself over. But the supporter role in general is to set these things up for the person that needs to level quickly to kill and get the most experience. And XP share does not give me experience for killing Pokemon as an assist. So I don't finish things off. Like, if I'm running down, people, when you see me bring something down to a sliver and then I run past, don't think I'm coming back to kill it. I left it for you to kill.
Well, that's not a Gossifleur issue. That's a issue with anyone running
supporters.
experience
Any supporters.
share. Well, you don't have to be a
yeah.
supporter running experience share. There's like a Bulbasaur build that runs experience share that is, you know, Bulbasaur's an attacker, but that build works really well. The way you can tell somebody's running experience share is they have a little light bulb above their head.
Yeah.
Which is like, it works. Like, once you know what it does, it's just very, like, in the, 20-some years of experience share, I don't think light bulb.
No,
But
I agree.
I like it. Like,
Yeah, I
when
don't
you
know what
see
else
it and
it
you
would
know
be.
what it means.
It's a visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think even more fundamentally than that, like basics, like Eldegoss, Snorlax, I think Wigglytuff too falls into the category, right? If you are one of these, your main thing is not to collect points and score goals.
No,
Your
Wigglytuff
point-
is, I think, an attacker. You're Mr.
Is
Mime.
it? Okay. Well,
Mr.
okay,
Mime.
Mr. Mime, sure. But your point is actually to keep the points that you're carrying as low as possible, stay in front of your good attackers, good scorers, soak up damage, even die, even sacrifice yourself. Because if you have 0 points on you and you die, you're only giving them 3. And that way, the attackers either can score with their big numbers that they've collected while you've been distracting the enemy, or in your sacrifice, you weakened the enemy enough that they can pick them off and then make their score. Right? It's your goal is not to collect the big numbers. You're because it's you.
But
probably
I would put an asterisk with what Will said and said you don't want to die if you don't have to.
No, of
Right.
course, of
Right.
course. But
Which I think is
I think
another
it's-
problem in this game where this isn't like a Destiny or like a Call of Duty where like you die and you come back and you just do it again. Because
Right.
dying not only drops your Unite orbs, but it gives your opponent experience and makes them stronger. So in a situation where you're like, I know I can't defend this goal anymore, you're almost 9 times out of 10 better off retreating because they're going to kill you and score anyways versus at least just scoring and you're alive and you didn't feed them experience. So a word you might hear is like, don't feed them, or you're feeding right now, or hey, this Bulbasaur is feeding me, which is like this player is dying over and over and they are just benefiting the other person so much.
This
If
is
you're-
very true.
If you're in a situation where like you died and then you're on your way back, your partner dies, and then you get there without your partner and it's 2v1 and then you die again, you have just fed them free experience and have done nothing. And I get it. It's a 10-minute game and you might think like, I don't want to waste 15 seconds of 10 minutes. I totally understand. But you waiting 10 seconds for your teammate and going in together so you're not feeding is way more valuable in the long run.
The other,
I was just going to say, I think a lot of people don't know that if you can get far enough away from the bad guys, the opposing team, to a safe enough space, if you hold down on the left-hand direction pad, that is called recall. It's about 4 seconds, and you get teleported back to your home base. You instantly have your health fully refilled. So if you can do that, if you're very low health, that's the best thing to do, is to recall, than to try to just stand out in a base or anything else that takes time to heal you up.
I think one of the things that feeds people is the MVP system. Like there are rewards for becoming MVP, and MVP only counts. Like I could have saved and assisted everybody, but since my score is 0, I am never going to be MVP. And I think the MVP status and the rewards that you get from it drives behavior of I absolutely need to score as much as I can regardless of my role, because I have to get that for this achievement, for this daily mission. And I really do not like this aspect of the MVP aspect, and the fact that they drive it to rewards, because it does drive that behavior of even no matter what my role is, I need to be MVP to get this accomplishment.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think it can. I don't think it does, but it can encourage you to play other characters.
That's probably the intent.
Because, like, usually the MVP is jungle. Like, jungle is such a good jungle will make or break your team.
I
Because-
will put this out. MVP can happen anywhere, so quick match it, play all attackers,
that's true.
and just try your best, and don't have it in your ranked.
I've gotten MVP on Snorlax multiple
I've
times.
gotten MVP on Eldegoss, but very rarely, and only in the very beginning. But
This is what like Apex did. They did have like they've fixed it over time, but they change it to so Pokemon Unite and Apex have the same exact battle pass, which is in order to upgrade your battle pass, you must do things required to you, which is like win 14 matches, become MVP 3 times. Apex, they'll have it set up of like become top 3 in a match with Fuse, or have 20 people use your zip line as Pathfinder, or get 5 knockdowns with Wraith. And they do it to like force you to play other characters, which I think is really important in a battle royale when you're only picking 3. And if somebody picks Wraith and you only play Wraith and you're like, I don't know who else to pick, which is now becoming a problem in Unite, which is like, if Greg's only played Eldegoss and somebody picks Eldegoss, Greg is like, well,
Rage
that's my
quit.
best. Yeah,
I'm out.
So I
Turning
think
it off.
obviously this is their first battle pass and this is their first season, but I think they should kind of get away from MVP. I agree, and they should do it like get 1 win with Eldegoss, get 1 win with Zeraora, just to encourage people to try different. Like you could be the worst Zeraora, but if your team won, you've completed that achievement.
Yeah,
like you really need to, and I think Apex does a great job at like forcing people to play characters they don't love. I mean, I don't love like Horizon in Apex, and it's like, ugh, I got to do 2 games with Horizon. But it's literally do 2 games with Horizon. It's not win 2 games or get 1. It's just play 2 games with Horizon. So I think, and I hope that they get to that point. But yeah, the MVP system is a little not great. It's like kind of the worst achievement.
Yeah, it's also frustrating. Like I, as a support player, so rarely get it, and also because my numbers look low, like people don't know how to read the things that I did, and so they're like, they won't good job. They're just like, well, you did nothing, and I'm like, I kept you alive for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in games where they leave me in top lane alone, and it's me versus 2 people. And then it's like the score is over, and it's like, well, I came in last, and it's like, well, what were you doing up there? And it's like, I was fighting off 2 people. Like I didn't get a chance to score because I was like, if anything, hopefully you guys did score a lot because I was holding off 2 people, so you should have had an advantage elsewhere. So I would hope you guys did what you needed to do. So I think that. It kind of makes me glad that like after a raid in Pogo, it doesn't say who did the most. Like they have the achievements now, but it's not like.
Then they're pretty random.
Yeah, and they're random. But that was a huge thing in World of Warcraft, where after a raid, people would then target the people who didn't do well. They would be like, how did you only do this much, or what were you doing the entire time? And
I've seen that in League and Dota, where people like, if they just because they didn't like the way somebody played, like they didn't play well enough, they get reported.
Yeah,
and I mean that's
it's
a little
garbagey.
right.
Like one of the most frustrating aspects of one of them was people who would watch DPS meters and be like, "You're only putting out this much, and you need to be putting out this much." Which one thing that I have always loved about Final Fantasy 14 is that's banned, and if the company finds out you're using a mod to check DPS meters, your account will be banned.
You just get the conversation of, you're a healer, you should be doing DPS as well, and then it's like, no, sell down.
I mean, if you're sitting with a full mana bar and none of us are hurt, toss a DPS in there. I know you have a spell for it.
Yeah.
Just one. Help us do this faster.
I think I think there's like lots of talk about characters being unbalanced or characters being strong. I think I definitely see where people are coming from, but like to try to adjust characters after 2 weeks of data seems not good. One, because like it's very easy to be like, Gengar is too strong when you've only been playing the game for like 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean,
True.
I have no idea how Gengar can suddenly appear, and in 2 seconds, I'm dead. I'm like,
Poison,
what
hex.
what happened? I didn't even see anything happen, and now I'm dead. What happened? But I can't say that character is overpowered. I just don't understand what happened. Like,
So-
I don't get it yet.
One thing that I've discussed with my MOBA playing friends, and we kind of all haven't agreed to, on the concept of this character is overpowered, it's unbalanced. The key feature that I think of Pokemon Unite that is intended as a balancing aspect is technically every team has access to the same Pokemon set to pick from, and each team can have this. If Zeraora is the best Pokemon in the game, both teams can have a Zeraora. It's not like we pick it and you guys can't have it. And that's the balancing mechanic.
Yeah. There's also, like, I heard somebody for the first time say, like, oh, they really need to nerf Snorlax. And I was like, what? I was like, as of this recording, I've played 160 games. I would probably say 140 of those were ranked. I can't say I'm having a good time with ranked. I can't say I'm having a bad time with ranked.
I'm having a time with ranked, and I keep going back.
There's a time with ranked. I explained why I play ranked over casual, though. I like seeing myself become a better player. But, like, the other problem with balance is that we don't know if the Gengar or the Snorlax you are fighting has paid to win. We don't know if they have 30, 30, 30 on it. And if they do, I'm going to go back to my Clash Royale argument. Just kind of shrug my shoulders. They paid $100 to get this win off of you. Don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Let them enjoy their game. I mean, eventually, I'm not defending pay to win. I still think it sucks that is there. I wish they would have just added more clothes or more outfits. I know that's hard, and I'm sure that has to be. I'm sure that's hard on a designer aspect, and I'm sure that's hard in getting it approved by the Pokemon Company aspect of they have to approve these clothes. Hopefully, as the game ages and there's more clothes, they get away from the pay to win like League did. League had paid to win. They got away from it. But right now it exists. So, like, it is completely possible where, like, I fought a Zeraora. I was Zeraora. That was a hard matchup because Zeraora's discharge requires you to be standing right next to them, which for Zeraora, you don't want to be standing next to because they have discharge, but I need to stand next to that Zeraora because they have discharge. And to me, it was clear that not that they were pay to win, but they leveled up their held items, and I did not. Mm-hmm. And I lost that encounter every time. And that's fine, but I feel like people lose to a character, and the first thing they go is like, oh, this is not balanced.
Mm-hmm. I want to address the listeners that I am particularly disappointed in for the past week. And if I'm lying, if I'm wrong, show me my lie, show me I'm wrong. Because we got a number of responses after our discussion of the pay to win where people were like, oh, I guess they didn't know that if you try to get a held item and you don't have enough of whatever first currency is, I don't remember the name of it, it like automatically asks you if you want to use tickets to get the held item.
No, not the held item. It's the purple thing.
Okay.
It's the boosters.
Okay, so but you have to go to some other area to get get those boosters.
So you have to go to the store to get the boosters. And so I'll like a character, it'll say 10,000 coins / 600 gems or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the booster, it only says 10 tickets. It doesn't say anything else. So yes, listeners did point this out. If you spend all of your tickets and you have 0 tickets, then the booster will randomly say you can buy one booster for 8 gems.
Okay.
But it will never tell you that unless you are completely out of tickets.
And
which is like kind of weird. Because like it is pay to win, obviously. It is the quickest way to pay to win. But it forces you to burn one of your currencies that you have to earn to then force you to pay. which I don't know if they're doing that to like punish you into like wasting your tickets, because you can use your tickets for other things. But yeah, you cannot pay to win that part of the game without burning all your tickets. And then it's 8 gems, which I don't know what that equates to. Like, I don't know if 8 gems is $1 or 50 cents or a quarter. I'm not sure. But it's 8 gems per one booster versus, I think they're 10 tickets, right?
Yeah, the 10 tickets.
Yeah, because you can get 50 for 500.
Yeah.
Well, that's also if you're going in and buying those boosters and not just using the ones that you get as rewards for as you play through the game.
Yeah.
Because if you're just going in and you're boostering a held item,
Yes.
right? When you run out of those, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't even say go to the store and buy more boosters.
It doesn't.
It just says you don't have enough. You don't have enough boosters. So
yeah, it is weird that they like have that loophole or that hidden feature. You would think that like if they just wanted money, they would just put gems on it and call it a day. But if their goal is to make you waste your tickets before you spend your money, I don't know if that's their way of throttling it, but why do they care? Like if somebody wants to pay to win, like it just it seems very weird. And I like at a certain point other people will catch up, right? Like in a year, maybe everyone will have 30, 30, 30 on their held items, which is the max level is 30 right now.
well, and there'll be that one person is like, I only want to play this one Pokemon ever. I will max out the items for the best build for that Pokemon, and I am done. Wash my hands, right? That's the fastest and easiest way to do it for free.
Yeah, but even after 160 battles, I have not a single item at 30. And I've only upgraded 4 items. I upgraded a Floatstone, which I don't use anymore. That Floatstone's, I think, at 15. I did the Buddy Barrier, Choice Specs, and then like Wise Glasses or something. I don't remember the last one, but it's hard to get a item to 30. Like it's pretty easy to get it to 10, and it's a little bit more difficult to get it to 20, but it's very hard to get an item to 30. So
and you
like,
also didn't make the mistake that I did, where I was like, I'm gonna play Talonflame. Talonflame's gonna be great, and then you find out, hey, there's no build of Talonflame that's great. But Snorlax you do pretty well with. But I wasted all my upgrade tickets on items for Talonflame.
Yes.
They don't translate to Snorlax.
I won the lottery, though. I got the Talonflame Hollow thing.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, I will never play this character.
Trade it to me.
I wish I could.
And that's why I've been making those graphics on like Twitter and Instagram to like help people feel confident about the held items they pick. Because if you are trying to be free to play, I get it. I have put money into the game. I have only bought a character. I bought Cramorant, and I've bought the $20 Cramorant raincoat. That's it. I have not put my money. I think I bought one of the coin boosters or something for science. I was like, I don't know, what was this, 200 gems? I don't know what it does. Okay, boost coins. Don't ever buy that, by the way. You only get 2,000 coins a week. If you're playing like 20 matches, don't ever buy the coin booster. I spent the 200 gems for science. Don't ever buy it. I guess the only reason you would buy coin booster is if you want 2,000 coins a week, which is your limit, and you can only play one day a week. I guess that would make sense, I guess. But don't buy the coin booster ever. So the reason I was making those graphics is to be helpful, because if you are free to play and you're like, I really like Snorlax and I really like, I don't know, Eldegoss. If you only have so many upgrades, you don't want to put them in the wrong thing like Will did. You don't want to put your upgrades into things for Talonflame
Like
and then realize
Will
those
did.
things on Talonflame don't work on Snorlax. And another problem is like people don't know what they should put on, especially because the game is kind of confusing with special attack and physical attack. Like even though Cramorant is a special attacker, it's like Arakudos are like special, but it's actual moves like Whirlpool, Surf, the Arakudos are physical. The Whirlpool, the Hurricane, the Surf, those are special. So obviously, like the special is more important. Like Ninetales is kind of the one that is like split, because like it's normal move that it attacks is physical, but that move is really good because if you do it like 3 times, they eventually like freeze, and then it's like Dazzling Gleam is special. So like Ninetales is weird because it can benefit both from Muscle Band and Wise Glasses, one being a physical increase, one being special, even though ideally Ninetales is a special attacker. So it is very weird, and I make those graphics to hopefully clear that up, and I'm planning on making graphics to like, hey, if you're going in the jungle and you're going to be a Zeraora or an Absol, here's kind of like the Pokemon order to do and what you want to do, and maybe these are the Pokemon that are recommended for top and why they're recommended for top. So I know I'm not the best Unite player, but I'm trying to help other people be better, and I don't have to be a world-class player to look at stats of world-class players and try to break that down to make it easy to consume for people. Unite is fun though. I think it is incredibly fun. I think that it has legs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is the weird thing. I was telling another friend about this. The weird thing about me streaming Unite is like obviously main series Pokemon games are kind of like bread and butter because because they attract the most people. But when you take a detour and you play like Pokemon Snap or what was another Pokemon game that recently came out or like Detective Pikachu on the 3DS. Those games have an endpoint. They have credits. They're like done. But like Pokemon Unite's kind of weird because there is no endpoint. There's going to be a season 2. There's probably going to be a season 3. There's going to be more characters. There's probably going to be balances. They're probably going to, I would assume, change out Zapdos for Articuno in the future or Moltres in the future. Or maybe just Tencent really loves Zapdos. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Lugia and Ho-Oh raids will come back.
Ah, yes. But I don't think Unite is going anywhere in like Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go didn't go anywhere. It's here. It's very dominant. I mean, at this point, you either like Pokemon Go or you don't. But my goal at least with Unite is to help people get into Unite and because I think once you understand it better and once your teammates understand it better, you'll have more fun with it. Instead of 4 people trying their hardest and then one Alola Ninetales sitting in the base spamming concede. When it's only been like 2 minutes into the match.
It's been 2 minutes. We haven't even gotten to Zapdos yet. And just go to Zapdos. Like, it's important to not let people get it as it is to get it.
Let me make a call out to some folks out there who need to understand one thing. I had one of our listeners, our friend Paul, text me. He said, me and my boyfriend and Greg and you, we need to get together and play Unite together. And my response to him was, that is never going to happen because I enjoy playing Unite. I will not schedule time to play Unite. If I'm either playing it, I'm playing it. If I'm not playing it, I'm not playing it. It's not what I was asking Greg about before. It's not appointment television. Not going to schedule a time with you to play Unite. If I'm playing Unite and I see you online, sure, I'll join a team or something like that. And guess what, folks? That is okay. If that's the way you enjoy playing Unite, you can dip in and dip out. You're perfectly fine, and you're able to play Unite that way. I'm also not going to put a lot of money or any money into Unite. And if that's the way you want to play Unite, you're not going to win a lot. But it's still, if you're having fun going out there and just running around that field as your favorite Pokemon, if your favorite Pokemon's in there, that's perfectly okay too. If you're having fun, that's what the game is for. That's my what is it? The more you know.
Okay, we'll do lightning round of question of the week.
Oh, We are here. Hold on.
We're here. I got some questions. We can burn through them.
And
Good
I'm here
luck. We'll be
to
here for another hour.
remind you to ask the question of the week.
All right, we'll do YouTube first. This is from
Ooh.
the Cheese Man. How do you feel about the Pokemon outfits in Unite? How do you feel about the Battle Pass? Would you buy the entire Battle Pass if you had an option? I'll let you guys go first.
To buy, like, are we saying to buy the entire battle pass, like get all 30 things done?
I
No.
would. Well, you can answer if you bought the Battle Pass or not, and then
I bought the battle pass.
and would you max it out with money?
No, I wouldn't. Also, I really wish the Gardevoir outfit was better. I'm not a fan of it. It could be cute, and it's just
Well,
the way they designed
it's like a $5 outfit.
yeah, it's just not. It's just a weird. The bonnet fits really weird, and the frilly thing is just. The coloring is not right. It's just. I'm not into it.
So, number 1, didn't buy the Battle Pass, will not buy the Battle Pass. Number 2, I got the Owl black shirt, black shorts, black shoes. I've got my outfit. I'm done. I'm not buying any clothes, costumes. They don't matter to me. Sorry.
Would you buy the entire Battle Pass? Bought the Battle Pass. I will never max it out. I
Nope.
think the only time I've ever paid to increase the Battle Pass level was in Apex Legends, where it ended in like 2 hours, and I was 2 levels away from maxing out the Battle Pass, so I bought the 2 levels, which ended up being like $6. But that was literally because it was like 5 a.m. and the Battle Pass ended at 6 a.m. and I was so tired, and I was like, I'm not doing any more games of Apex. I'm just going to spend the $6 and I'm going to bed. As long as I'm actively playing a game and enjoying it, I know I will complete the Battle Pass. And if I'm not completing the Battle Pass, to me, it's because I'm not enjoying the game. And so why would I give it money if I'm not enjoying it? How do you feel about the outfits in Unite? Love them. Really can't wait to see more. How do you feel about the Battle Pass skins? I think 95% of the current Battle Pass is hot garbage. There's way too many socks. There's
Why
way-
are there so many socks?
This is from the person that complained because Pokemon Go didn't have any socks. Now we've got
That's
the
true.
inverse, and you're
That's
also
true.
complaining?
The first Battle Pass in Unite has more socks than Pokemon Go could ever catch up with in 5 years at this point, which is like, we got way too many socks.
What
And
is the leg tube situation on
not
though?
enough leg tubes.
There are no leg tubes.
The Pikachu stuff and the Cinderace skin, I feel like alone make the Battle Pass worth it because you get
Yeah.
that like Pikachu outfit. But everything up to that point is like real filler. So yeah, I hope it's the first Battle Pass. So I'm giving a first Battle Pass. So I'm giving them a pass, and I hope that the second one will be better. But overall, I think like the cosmetics in the game are really strong. There are more hits than
Yeah, there are more hits than misses.
yeah.
I want to see. Well, I mean, some characters just don't have any yet, so I would like to see everybody get some.
Yeah. This is from Patrick from our Slack community. Which Pokemon would you add to Unite, and which type of character would you make them? Greg, you're not allowed to pick the Rosa Raid line because you feel like you said that like 2 weeks ago.
I did. So,
So wait, repeat the question. Which Pokemon would you add, and
Which Pokemon would you add, and what would they be? A speedster, a attacker, a defender?
I have two things. I want the Mamoswine line as defenders,
Okay.
and
That's
I want
good.
Sableye as a speedster, because he'd be running around the jungle going. "Arr,
I could see it.
foul play.
All right. Will?
This is a tough question. There's a lot of Pokemon out there to pick from. I immediately was thinking Mimikyu, but Mimikyu's just another Gengar. So
And another Pikachu, for that matter.
I
Yeah.
think the Scolipede line would be really cool. Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede. I guess they would probably be an attacker because Scolipede is pretty fast, hits pretty hard.
We don't have enough water Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or any water Pokemon.
We have Cramorant and Slowpoke. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, but those are like
Blastoise is
land-based
coming.
water Pokemon. I mean, I'm talking, can we get a Wailord out here? Just takes up half.
I mean, I guess you
Wailord
would
takes up
just
the entire
hover.
jungle. There's Wailord in the middle. Try to get past me.
I don't know, boy. You know what? Let's do Reuniclus.
Ooh,
Oh.
yeah.
Get some freaky psychic stuff going on.
Reuniclus. Probably
Uh,
support,
would
I
it
would
be a-
assume.
No, it's
With, like-
it's going to be on the edge where you could build it one way or the other. Pick it.
An all-arounder.
A jungle.
Yeah, there you go. Get your Reuniclus in the jungle.
Move over, Crustle. We got a new jungle.
We got Reuniclus.
Pokemon of the week.
All right, so last week's Pokemon, there was a long, long story about basically me getting food poisoning from, I suspect, probably it wasn't the sushi place we went to. It was probably the fried chicken place I went to the night before. But I basically said that a Pokemon tried to poison me because Nick Burgess was eating weird stuff. That's the whole story.
Okay. All right.
So who is it?
It's...
Coughing.
I wrote down Galarian Slowking.
Galarian
yeah.
Slowking.
You
Yes.
didn't give us. You didn't give us the recap.
I
The
just did.
mask and the
The whole-
cape.
The whole story was about me getting sick. Oh, I mean, did you care about the mask over its face? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember the
And
mask.
it has
yeah.
the
mask
little, it
over
has
its
the
face.
black cape instead of the little clown frill around its neck.
Yes, yes,
It has
yes,
a
yes.
really, like,
There's a lot on
Gal-
this page for Slowking.
Galarian Slowking design is so good, but also so completely terrifying at the same time. Like, I really like it, but also when you just look at it, you're like, "Oh boy, that thing's eating its head. It's not in control anymore."
It's not like a Parasect. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it could be. We don't know what's going on underneath there.
No Pokemon has the same type combination as Galarian Slowbro and Galarian Slowking. In the TCG, Slowking's Southern Island card is the only card depicting Pokemon introduced after Gen 1 to have a square evolution box in Japan only. In the English version, the Southern Island collection used the Neo-era designs, which, like all later card layouts, featured a circular evolution box. The Johto Slowking shares the category with Pyroar. They're both known as the Royal Pokemon.
The Jotonian.
I don't really like the way they use that word.
Jotonian? What would you
Jotonian?
like it? What would you like it to be?
I
It's
don't
from
know.
Johto.
Like Cantonian?
Cantonian, Jotonian.
Galarian.
Joe
It-
tonight.
It's
But-
getting,
but,
it
like,
gets
it's
real
not-
weird when you try to do Hoenn. Hoenn.
Right. You can't do that for Hoenn. And then for Alola, it's not.
Alolan.
It's Alolan, but there's no I. Like
Right,
there is
but-
in.
Because there's
There
not
is-
needed.
There is a way. What is it for countries that end in N? There is a. Is it? It changes, but I forget how it is.
Countries that end in N on Jeopardy tonight.
Yeah.
Give me one country that ends in N. Ukraine. Ukrainian.
No, Ukraine ends with an E, doesn't it?
Oh, but it's the word, the way you say it.
Right.
Oh,
You don't say Ukraine.
no, that had to.
Good. The Jotonian shuffle icon is solid. There is no Galarian shuffle icon.
Still not into this word.
Why?
What do you want it to be?
Jotonanite?
Pick Joe tonight is okay.
I'm still waiting for the Dragon Knight. Because isn't the Megastones all end in night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they ended ite.
Ite.
Oh,
Dragonite.
right.
It'd be
Because
Dragonite
it's Charizardite, right?
Yes,
And then
yes.
Manetricite. Dragonite. Kangaskhanite. God, they're so bad at names. This company.
That's why they
Shut
stopped
'em
making
down.
megas. This is
Yeah, 'cause
exactly why they stopped making
Somebody's
megas.
come up and said these are real bad.
Are you
names."
ready
Maybe
for
they
the
just-
next Pokemon?
Yeah.
Maybe they just cut megas because they were like, we really messed up with the names. We can't keep doing this.
All right. Next week's Pokemon. According to a recent Instagram post from a Pokemon influencer, this was the most requested Pokemon for a featured master set. The set is comprised of Focus Band and Muscle Band, with which the average Pokemon player will be familiar, and also the new held item, Buddy Barrier, which will not be found in other Pokemon games. While many people like to argue that this Pokemon is based on a cat, it is more likely based on a hibernating bear. The benefit of using Buddy Barrier is, if you are at Zapdos, you can ult, which has an AoE that damages all nearby opponents, while the Buddy Barrier protects you and your lowest HP teammate. In reference to previous Pokemon of the week, this week's Pokemon can only learn Toxic if transferred from a previous generation. That's a little fact you didn't know. Right there.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
They, like, got rid of Toxic on, like, 90% of Pokemon in Galar.
Yeah.
For the
But
best.
does it keep it? Does it?
Yeah. Yeah. If you download it out of home, it can have Toxic.
Huh. Is that allowed?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Thank you for listening. Thank you for making it to the end. We'll be back next week. Next week we'll be able to talk about the Snap DLC, so that'll be exciting. And if you want to see the Snap DLC, I'll be streaming on Twitch this Tuesday when it comes out, twitch.tv/PKMNcast. I'll be playing probably Unite this week on Twitch, so if you want to come through, and if you're new to the game and you have questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them the best I can. There are also lots of League of Legends players in chat that can give you advice as well. I would say that, like, I've only had, in the last week, I've only had one person that tried to backseat me real hard, and I was like, please stop. We're not here to, like, I'm not asking for any advice.
I'm
just
sure
playing.
you have Dota players as well. League
Yeah,
is
I'm
not
sure.
the
I'm
only
sure.
MOBA
I'm
out
sure
there.
they're probably very scared to admit they're Dota players in front of other League players.
Why?
Those League players, they're ruthless. Not our League players. They're very nice.
I will say that the best experience I have had with Unite is the fact that my very close friend Trevor is a League player, my very close friend Chris is a Dota player, but the one game we can play all three of us together is Unite.
Bringing people together.
Yes.
Uniting
Twitch.tv.
people.
Uniting people together. /PKMNcast. If you want those helpful graphics, they're on Twitter. They're on Instagram. PKMNcast. Otherwise, Greg is at White Wing on Twitter. Will is at Washing the Sink. I'm at Dragging a Lake. What is our secret word, Greg?
You ought to know.
Is that you ought to know or
No,
you ought to know?
You
Ought
ought
to
to know.
You ought to know.
Oh, I see. Like the Pokemon.
Yes.
Is it a U or is it YOU?
It's a password. We're not writing things on slips of paper and passing them under the door.
Ought to know night?
Ought to night. You ought to night. Ought to know.
Ordinite.
Ought to night.
Ought to night? Did they have a Mega?
Yes.
Yes.
It
It was
becomes
the
a fairy
only
type.
Unova Pokemon that got a Mega.
Poor Unova.
Yeah, it's ought to night, right? For the
Yeah.
For the ought to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/PKMNcast if you want to support the show. For $5 a month, you get access to 2 exclusive episodes a month. Plus, you get ad-free episodes. Plus, you get access to the Slack. Plus, there's other things on the website. Look, just go there. Just give me your money. It'll be fine.
Give me your money.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just, hey, give me your money. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it anymore. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for making it to the end. I will see you all next week. This has been another episode of the Pokemon Podcast, and we are
Super effective.
Super Sinoian. Sinoites.
recording. Stop.